are intimidated by school officials. The average parent is intimidated by school teachers. The average uneducated parent already feels inferior, already feels ashamed. All you have to do to discourage that parent is very little. So I guess my point is, and that's what I hear from my system all the time, the parents. But if the schools would make things more accessible to parents and encourage, they want you to come to the PTA meeting, all they want you to do is raise money. You raise a question about the curriculum or anything, and they're on your back. In Selma, we had a lot of parents. You know what they did to them? They jailed them, they threatened them, their jobs, they harassed them. They actually got on the radio and called out parents' names and said, if you continue to be governed in this meeting, you're going to have to get jobs. That kind of intimidation, every parent that wasn't involved, chances of getting that parent involved is so great. So I'm saying parents have to know that ministers are with them. They have to have support from sororities and clubs. And so when I talk about people being involved in education. I don't think we can isolate parents, because I talked to a group of all white women who said something similar to me. Why if the parents read more than their children? If they did this more, we wouldn't have these problems. And I said to this group of women, what if today a helicopter came and got you while you were reading a bedtime story to your child? Took you and your children, kidnapped you, put you on the helicopter, and took you to the desert. All you had were those books. Here you are in the desert, with no water. What are you going to do? Continue reading that story or find some water? Well, that parent who's been working all day, trying to figure out how she's going to make it work, it's a battle. It's a battle. And so we can't leave it all on that parent. We have to become the parents, the extended family. We have to become the parents of children that are not ours to make sure the system changes.
I have to agree with you in that. But from my experience, and I've had experiences in the southern part of the country. Fortunately, I guess I was in a big city where the parents were much sharper and much more dedicated than my parents here in New England. And I am from them. And what I'm trying to say is simply this, that child has to be able to go into that home, even if that parent is frightened. We as parents don't have the right to even show fear when it comes to our living. And this is what I'm trying to say. In your situation, I know nothing other than what I've read.
I think my situation exists everywhere.
Well,
I mean, it's the barriers, but the basic problems exist everywhere.
You see, if you have a school system, sure all the parents in this room who have kids who are at most of 11, and another month or two forms are going on with your signature, and if you see something on that list that you don't agree with, and you want your child to take calculus, I cannot stop you.
That's the problem. When you go after one child by child,
you're
not dealing with the system.
No, I'm talking about the system that I'm in.
No, what I'm saying is, sir, I respect your opinion. I see you're very good person. But what I'm saying is, as long as it's just me going to see after my child, for example, I went to see after my child. They took my child off the road. What if I stopped there? What I'm saying is, we have a responsibility to change the system, not to just to put our child in calculus, but to make sure that every child. But I think we better go to one more question. This young lady first.
Could you just say very briefly what some of the outcomes were of the board?
Okay. Well,
both in terms of the problems within the system and in terms of the survival of parents and students' organizations that you built.
Okay. Well, our 21st century is very strong because we have a national base, just not a local base. The parents are one. Right now, we have a lot of problems trying to bring the parents back together, but we haven't given up. What we accomplished, we did get rid of tracking in its worst form. Now tracking exists there like it does in Boston. In other words, they tell the children they have a choice. But they know they don't, because they know if a child has been told you can't do it, they're not going to choose to do it. It's not required. So we're in line with the rest of the country. So another thing is we got algebra required. Your kids are required to take algebra. Truth is, most of them are failing. They're failing because they've been trapped so long. We insist that the school give them the skills, the after school and special assistance they need. That's what we're working on here. They're about to do that because they were so embarrassed with their failure. We got a majority black school board out of it. And now we have a commitment from the superintendent that they're really going to try to look at the curriculum and revise it. And that's the stage we're in. So we have made progress. But our parents' organization really has dwindled. Students are strong. But the parents were so intimidated that it's just a core group of us.
I would ask, what about attitude? Teacher attitude. Have they changed at all since all brought all that?
Well, at first they were very hostile, but as I told you earlier, the teachers and the principals that came to see me last week, to me that was a sign that their attitudes were changing, because it shocked me. A year after the movement, they wouldn't let me in the schools. I couldn't speak. Some teachers came and asked me to speak. The principal found out, she said, oh no, she can't come in here. This year, everybody is asking me to come and speak at their schools. So the attitude is changing because they've reached a point of despotism. They were so busy fighting us, they didn't stop to see maybe they might be right. Since enough time has passed from that struggle, there's time to reflect. Maybe it was something to what they were saying. And we started a program called the DREAM program. It sounds real safe. We had to pull off from the street tactics. And what we have a program now to deal with the attitude of the children. Because the attitude of the teachers is very critical. I agree with you. But you can't, that's a process that comes through growth. But this new program we found out that every child in the state of Alabama from a poor family can go to college free. They don't tell anybody. It's a secret that they don't tell. So our strategy, if we go into elementary schools to tell children, hey Johnny, it doesn't matter if your mother's on welfare, you got a pre-college education waiting for you. We put together a pamphlet called A Dare to Dream. We put all the information, tried to put it in language that parents can understand. And we really need to revise it again because we can make it a little simpler. This is not playing down. We just want to make sure people understand. You can go to college free. How does this get to school reform? The next step is, once Johnny and his mama realize that it doesn't matter if I'm poor, doesn't matter if I'm well, when my child can go to college, it begins to change that child's attitude. Oh, you mean I can dream about becoming a teacher? Yes, and it can become real. Then we put together what we call dream teams. All these dream teams trying to get parents in so without them feeling threatened. Pulling the teachers in. We got teachers on the dream team. And working together. So we're trying to put dream teams for each of these schools. Now the next question is, okay, Johnny want to go to college now. Johnny can't go unless he has a sound curriculum. So even though you're not requiring these courses, now it's our responsibility to make sure Johnny gets the courses he needs. So it's a fact, it's an indirect way of still getting the school reform.
Are you doing that throughout Alabama, or is this still mainly in Selma, the dream team itself?
We're experimenting with them now in Selma for the 21st century. And we have one now, we had our first week, we have educational summits. We pull everybody together for summit. And we really use the camp format. And we have now one plan in Sumter County, Greene County, Lowndes County. We have 4 more planned for between now and spring. And if it works, it's such a simple idea, but it's an excellent organizing tool because it gives parents and students something right away. You know, people don't want something later. They want to know they got a service right now. We tell them right away, get a child and go to college. You know, we're just hoping that they don't pull back those programs. So we have to work on the political front to make sure that free college education is not pulled back.